Hey, so I'm back again. Can you believe it? Twice in one day. Hey, so now what I want to talk to you a little bit about is one of the common questions that comes up for me is what kind of lighting do I use on a regular basis? And I think you'll be amazed how simple I've made it work out. And lots of times you can go to Amazon and you can buy these lighting kits very inexpensively. They're probably $100, $150. You buy a stand for the background. And today I'm just going to talk about one part of it, which is just the lighting. I want to show you how you can get started very inexpensively. You don't have to go buy all that stuff. You can just find a nice background like this, and you can just add some additional lights to it. So right now is just nice natural light. Got no lights on at all. It's just beautiful mid-afternoon, late afternoon lighting here in beautiful northeast southern New Hampshire. Where I live, and you can see it's just very nice, subtle lighting, and this is the way you want your lighting to look all the time. So when you use artificial lights, if you can make it look as close to this as possible, it's fantastic. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to do that very, very inexpensively. David Perdue actually shared this with me, and it's great. It's always stuck with me. And one of the things he said that he uses for most of his lighting, aside from studio lighting that he's purchased, but again, I think you could use it for all of your lighting if you're in a room that's got some windows in it, and you do most of your work in the daytime, and that is mechanics lights. If you go to Home Depot or you go to your local auto store, you can pick up mechanic lights very, very inexpensively. And by mechanic lights, I mean these little bad boys. They're just your very basic clamp-on mechanic lights with D5000 bulbs. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little bit about color theory today, along with this. So D5000 bulbs in here, which is what mimics natural daylight. And if you notice, I've got the hood taken off of some of them, and I've got the hood on some of them. And the reason I have the hood off is what I do is I put these up in front of me high. Got one of these roll-top computer desks, okay? And I've got these clipped up on top, two of these. And what this does is it gives you much more broad lighting, so it's that light kind of coming down at you and around and bouncing off the walls and coming back. So for areas where you want that, you just take the hood off. It works perfectly. For areas you want more direct lighting, like on your background, I use one of those portable backgrounds that rolls up like a kid's toy. I'll talk a lot more, or I'll have a guide listing here in the descriptions where you can go and you can see the different equipment that I use. So if you're interested, you can go and pick up whatever you need, right? On Amazon is where I get most of it. And these are great because then if you want focused, you've got the metal reflector here, but you can also put over it a piece of cloth, like muslin, cheesecloth, or something like that to soften them. If you want to, you can just move them further, closer to where you're going. And if you've got a rolling chair, you can actually put it on your rolling chair, clip it onto your chair, and have it behind you, so it kind of follows around wherever you're rolling to the screen. And a lot of times I'll be sitting in one of those rolling chairs in my office area. Okay, so I do a lot of video at my office. Anyways, this is one way to get very inexpensive lighting. These things are about $10 a piece. Okay. A box of 4 bulbs. I think last time I bought them, I paid $4 or $5. No, it was more than that. It was about $12 maybe for 4 of these bulbs in a box, and everything's fluorescent. So let me teach you a little lesson about lighting. For those of you that don't know, I actually went to school for all this stuff. I got my degree from RIT, where I studied color theory, and we spent a lot of time on lighting because lighting is tremendously important. Most of the lights that we have that are in our living room, the regular bulb lighting, regular fluorescent lighting is around 3,800 K lighting, and it tends to be on the yellow-ish side. We don't want yellow lighting. We want it to look like we're outdoors shooting. We want daylight lighting. That is 5,000 K to about 6,500 K lighting. It's bluish. You'll notice it's very blue, very daylight-like simulation of lighting. And you can see in a lot of times at Home Depot, they have these little box areas. Like if you go over to the paint section, And the best way to kind of get a demonstration of that is to go, someday maybe I'll do this. I'll take my camera over and actually show you at Home Depot or Lowe's how they do that. And you can look at different paint samples and see what it's going to look like under different lighting. So you can see what it's going to look like indoors, see what it's going to look like outdoors, see what it's going to look like with, other fluorescent lighting. So anyways, big thing that you want to remember is indoors, D5000 fluorescent lighting is your bluer lighting. It's going to make your images look more crisp, more like you're doing stuff outdoors. So that's your short demonstration or chat about lighting for today. But this is very simple. I mean, you really don't have to do a lot of work to have really good lighting, and you can have it very inexpensively. I have about five or six of these, and like I said, they're only somewhere between $10-12 to buy a piece, plus bulbs. And for under $100, you can have 6 or 7 of these and have really good lighting to get started with. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I would say, don't worry about being perfect. Worry about it looking decent, okay? Today with live video, it's all about authenticity. It's not so much about everything being totally off the wall perfect. So I would rather see you get started with something, and you're going to be bad before you become good. It's the way it is, right? When we first start something, we're nervous about it. We aren't quite sure how it's going to turn out. Got to be bad before it's good. So don't worry about that. It's going to be good enough. Just get out there, do it, and I think you're going to be very happy with those results. So again, simple lesson on lighting. I hope you found it interesting. I hope it helps you out. I'm going to leave some directions on how to get my guidebook in the description area here, which I hope you enjoy. And thanks. Been great talking to you. Have a super day. Bye for now.